Are you looking for that last-minute festival essential? Or maybe you just want to travel light to get your whole camping setup when you arrive on site? The good news is that Fat Frank's Camping Shop will take care of all your festival camping essential needs. From camping chairs to blow-up airbeds, cosy duvets to festival cooking sets, Fat Frank has it all. And what's more, Fat Frank offers a click and collect service at several UK festivals. So head to fatfrankscampingshop.com to order now, or visit Fat Frank and the lads at your favourite festival. Fat Frank's Camping Shop, the official sponsors of Festpod, the unofficial rock festival guide.
Welcome to Festpod. You wish you were on the main stage, don't you? With your red hat on.
I could have gone longer.
With your red hat on, in honour of Mr. Fred Durst.
All right, partner.
I'm Neil Wilkinson. Welcome to Festpod. My colleague here is Rich Holmes.
Keep on rolling, baby.
And we also have the lovely Trish Rayner.
You know what time
hi
it
guys.
is.
Hello, thanks for joining us, Trish. So,
Am I just getting ignored?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are.
Isn't that just life, Rich?
We have another special episode here at Park Farm, Camp Boom Boom, where we're going to answer some questions for people who potentially haven't been to RIP, potentially haven't been to Download, just some general stuff really, to introduce people to what they can expect when they turn up. It's probably a good time to do that because we've been reminded of lots of different things that people might run into this weekend.
I think we've all run into a lot of crap this weekend.
So let's start off with the weather. What do people need to prepare for?
Everything.
Yeah.
One of my friends is here for the weekend for the first time ever, and she asked me that exact same question in the run-up. My answer was 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah,
which
literally.
is pretty much what we had yesterday.
Yeah.
Because we had thunderstorms, hail, wind, glorious sunshine,
Yeah.
sideways rain at one point. So, yeah.
Because I've seen pictures on the Facebook groups of people's tents collapsed or gazebos upside down and things all over the place. And they've said, oh, somebody's gone through my tent, but actually it was most likely
the wind.
The wind, yeah.
People don't guy the tents down correctly because they go, it's not enough space at a festival. Oh, it's fine. When we get there on the first day, it's glorious sunshine. It'll all be good. What they don't realise is you're kind of, because the way that the camping's laid out, so you can basically camp anywhere.
Yeah.
It means that there are wind tunnels that get created between the tents, and you're facing the wrong direction, you're not facing downhill, the guys aren't at the right angle, all of that, so they just don't bother. They just peg the tent down and that's it. And that's the ones that come back and discover their tents are no longer erect, shall we say.
There's nothing missing. They've not taken anything, but look at the tent, it's upside down.
Yeah,
that's what's happened.
I mean, we've had a few of those in camp this week. Camp this weekend.
One over there, one over here.
One over there. Nat and Stu's down the bottom. The front went. Matt and Kat's teepee had a bit of a floppiness at one point.
So we've gone from erect to floppy.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
I realised that as I said.
It can happen in camp. In terms of the ground as well, because it's been extremely muddy. I mean, I haven't seen mud like this for God, it must be 5 years since it was last like this.
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah.
God, yeah. Because we've had. You were right when you were on national radio the other day. You said we've had glorious sunshine.
We've been spoiled. But the type of mud we've had this weekend is that sticky, horrible mud, and I'd much rather have deeper mud. It's easier to walk through, for me anyway. That mud is like ice to me. It's really slippy, it's slidey, it's difficult to walk on.
You get stuck in it very easily. Like, if you stop moving for more than about 10 seconds, you just sink.
Yeah, you do.
So you get stuck. But it's just been really up and down, so it's meant that the mud's not had time to either go pure liquid or dry out. Either.
And it's really difficult for the arena team to do anything with, because as soon as you treat it, it gets absorbed and trodden into, and it's just another layer then on top of it. So it's a impossible job to do anything with. Yeah,
there's things they've done in the past. I think 2016, either 2012 or 2016, one of the two. The arena was about 30 minutes away from the entire festival being called off. Because the mud was so bad in the main arena. They delayed opening. They just didn't know what they could do. It ended up actually, Campsite Mick, who used to run, he was campsite manager for Standard for a long, long time, came up with the idea of using, for want of a better phrase, the shit trucks.
It was 16
it
was,
was 16. So he came up with the idea of using the shit trucks, because the ones that go around the Portaloos and the long drops back in the day were basically suckers. So they brought those into the main stage and were still actually sucking mud up as they opened the main arena.
Wow.
But they managed to get it signed off by health and safety because they could move the mud.
Right.
So they opened, but there was a massive rectangle in the middle of the main arena that was barriered off while they were still getting the mud up.
Wow.
But they use various things, straw and hay, combinations of sand sometimes, but sand has a habit of compacting, and there's only certain things that are allowed to use on certain fields as well because of the landowners. And the other thing they use is wood chip.
We've also seen for access customers a nice walkway, a sort of plastic walkway between the stages.
Have you had
a go on that, Rich?
It's an odd one, isn't it, Rich? Because they've got to put something down, but god damn, that gets slidey.
For wheelchair users and mobility scooter users, perfect, brilliant. For somebody like me who uses sticks and crutches, it's incredibly slippery. And when you're going with the lines on the trackway, your sticks and crutches just go with them. And
there's no purchase.
You just slip. There's just nothing there. It's really treacherous. So you got to be really, really careful. But I'd much rather be on there and have a bit more stability on my feet than be in the mud. So I'm thankful for it. There's just little things that could be done there, I think. I
think there's a lot of learning from this year for the team. It's a new access team. It's a new production team. Although there's some old faces in the production team, because there's been a lot of noise this year about it's a new download team, they don't know what they're doing. Well, actually they do. Fab is Far and Beyond, the production company that's come in, is actually made up of, there are ex-download team members from back in the day there. So they know what they're doing. It's just a learning curve for them. They're taking feedback. Heather and I have been really lucky this weekend. We've been able to have a chat with Live Nation and feedback there and then. And we've been able to get in touch with them and say, one of the girls had let me know there was the access toilets at the main platform weren't being manned at all. It was sorted within 30 minutes. So they are quick to react.
That's such an important and great relationship that you've got with the team at Live Nation, isn't it? That these things might be missed elsewhere, and the fact that you've got that line into them where
they're willing to listen to any feedback. One of the things they did this weekend was get in touch with a load of different admins of different Facebook groups and different teams and things like that, and invited them to come and talk to them.
Really good, that.
They gave them a couple of lounge passes for the lounge area and basically asked them to come in at various times over the course of the weekend and come and have a chat, give them some feedback. They've given them an email address that they can feed everything back to from their campsites and stuff as well. So they want to listen. It's just, you have to get rid of the noise.
Conditions in RIP much more bearable. In comparison, it's still muddy, but we're sitting on green grass at the minute, whereas I don't think there's much green grass left anywhere else.
No, and it's a matter of footfall. Because that's the other thing to remember for people coming for the first time as well. They're not going to be able to fix things overnight when it comes to ground conditions, and the high footfall areas you have to be prepared to deal with. The amount of people that we see even now coming into the arena in trainers.
Oh yeah, goodbye trainers.
Yeah, white trainers at that as well. The best thing that you can get is a decent pair of walking boots. Just a decent pair of hiking boots that go above your ankle, and waterproof spray.
Yeah.
And do that before you come.
Yeah.
Even if you don't use them every day, have them with you for emergencies. Wellies are great. Wellies are great if the mud is high, because they come further up, but they also don't have a lot of grip. And when the mud is thick and sludgy and you're sticking in it, you need grip, you need purchase.
And ideally get this stuff before you come here, because,
Yeah.
you know, you can turn up, let's say, in just your trainers or even a pair of boots,
Yeah.
and then find out you need wellies.
Yeah.
And will there be my size? Have they run out of my size?
Yeah.
You know.
But if they have forgotten them, you can always go to Fat Frank's camping store in District X, and Fat Frank and the boys will sort you out.
Well, this is what I mean. They seem to have run out of certain sizes.
Well, you know, supply and demand. They plan for these things. I'm sure they'll improve
Yeah.
sizing next year.
Yeah, because we know that they do check the weather forecasts
Exactly.
and stuff, and so
Yeah.
they know it's what it's going to
This
do.
weather forecast this weekend has been
Interesting.
all over the place. Yeah,
Interesting.
it's changed every couple of minutes.
Well,
Yeah.
that's it.
So-
Like, you haven't been able to keep up with it, really. It's been a week of sunshine, then it's been a week of rain, and then it's been a week of wind, and you don't know really.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do is just prepare for it all.
Yeah, and it's really easy to prepare beforehand as well. Decathlon and Go Outdoors and Blacks are great. Decathlon particularly. A lot of people were caught out this year with the A4 bag rule for the arena on the first day, and they did enforce it. Quite rightly, it's been a rule since the Manchester Arena bombings. That's why they brought that rule in. But Decathlon do a fantastic A4 for £3, I think it is, A4 size bag.
Different colours.
Yeah. I've got a camel one with me this weekend. I mean, what I can get in that for a day in the arena for me, I've got my waterproofs, my husband's waterproofs, sun cream, water bottle attached on a carabiner, so it's refillable. You're not getting caught out at security there.
Yeah.
Some tissues, hand wipes, hay fever meds, other medications, walking, blister plasters for walking, little Robinson's squishable dilutable, because it makes all the difference when you're filling from the water points, but also goes really nice in cider.
Yeah.
Because they've only got one cider on the bar
Yeah.
in the main arena. I have 4 different flavours of Robinson's. Do you have 4 different flavours of cider?
Yeah.
But you can fit all of that in that one A4 bag.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's doable.
Not that much smaller than a normal backpack.
No, it's not. People just... there aren't a lot of bags that size around.
Yeah.
It is a little bit smaller. But yeah, as I say, Decathlon's the best place for that. But
Yeah.
again, hiking boots, walking boots there, waterproof, good waterproofs.
And I suppose as well with the bag thing, it's prior preparation and learning how to pack your bag properly and not just shoving it in.
Yeah.
It's using the space available
Yeah.
in the correct way.
Yeah, and like give it a go before you come as well. I always come with my arena bag already packed, so that it just gets shoved in the side of the tent when I unpack from the car. Happy days.
Yeah.
It's there, it's ready.
So, we've covered sort of weather and how to prepare for it.
That's-
But getting clean at a festival is something that concerns a lot of people. Showers are available, but in general camping, they're not private showers unless you pay for the...
Yeah, so there's 2 types of showers in standard camping. You've got the free ones, which are, as you say, they're open to anyone.
Yeah.
They're unisex, they're open to anyone. They're not cubicled off. And you've got Refresh Retreat, which are cubicled, but you have to pay for that. Now, Refresh Retreat does do a package with locker included as well, so it's always a good thing, and the lockers are in Refresh Retreat, so it's always a good thing to do that. But to be honest, the free showers are great. You just have to remember to bring a swimming costume or similar, or trunks or whatever, and some like flip-flops.
Yes, absolutely, yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's quite hard on your feet if you don't.
Yes.
And plus you've got to get there through the
Yeah.
potential mud.
Yeah.
But in RIP, things are a little bit more nice because we do again have free showers, but then they are private.
Yes, they're proper cubicled ones, And actually, the ones that we've got in RIP are really good. The free ones down there, I point down there, that's just the closest ones. They've got like little shelves in them to put your stuff on. There's a little divider. So you can go in your pyjamas, take your clothes that you're changing into in, go have a shower, sort yourself out, come out. And actually what they've got this year as well, by the blocks of porta showers, they've got blocks of like sinks with mirrors and space to do all of that.
Yeah.
Because RIP also have pamper huts in each of the areas, which they've gone really overboard with this year. They look wicked.
They do.
They're like clear domes.
Yes.
And they look really cool. That being said, they're very hot inside. Trying to put makeup on in that is not necessarily the funnest thing in the world.
Yeah, I bet.
But yeah, the pamper huts are great. Again, they're free in RIP. They provide hairdryers, straighteners, mirrors, that kind of thing. So you can just, again, come out the showers ready for the day and wander round to the pamper hut, sort your hair and makeup out, and you're done.
Yeah. It's it could. I mean, I don't know how people in standard camping get on really in terms of getting ready to the state that they want to get ready. And
again, Refresh Retreat has a similar pamper hut type thing. So you can go for one of their higher packages, and that includes a pampered area as well, so that there is hair dryers, straighteners, that kind of thing, mirrors and everything. And actually the lounge upgrade this year that Download do, so the lounge is an area in the arena. It's kind of like the guest area for RIP, but it's for standard. You can buy an upgrade to it. And it's really nice in there, but they've also got a lady in there who will do your hair for you.
Really?
Yeah, they've got a hairdresser in there this year, and she'll do like a full blowout, dry, straighten it, whatever.
Wow.
She's also doing braiding and various other things. They've got a nice little pamper area there.
At an extra cost?
No, not once you're in. The cost is included in the lounge upgrade. Yeah. And they did that they did similar last year. They had a pamper area last year as well. But they've kind of upgraded that again. But yeah, so if you buy the lounge upgrade, you have access to that. I mean, the lounge is fantastic anyway. This weekend's the first time I've been in. I think it's about £60 a day, or you can buy it for a weekend. But you've got the pamper area, you've got nice loos with a sink in each one as well, which is nice. Good bar. They've also got a load of seating outside with a large screen that's showing main stage.
I saw a picture of that. That was a nice touch, that.
Yeah. Well, they had the football on in there as well. So I popped in on Friday. Unfortunately, saw the Scotland score. Yeah, very unfortunately saw the Scotland score. But I could see and hear Queens of the Stone Age on the main stage, and I had the football in front of me.
Wow.
So it was great.
Perfect.
Yeah, really good.
And the reason for the lounge is because what used to happen is, as an RIP customer, you used to get access to the guest area at the bottom of the arena with nicer toilets and it was basically for guests of Download to go in, and the press area.
Yeah.
But they've separated it off, haven't they?
It's a front end to the press area. So it's meant to be, the guest area is meant to be for RIP customers, guest camping, press, artists, and then there is a separate press and artist area as well. So they don't have to come out into the guest area if they don't want to. Some of them do. We saw quite a few in there yesterday.
Yeah.
But you used to be able to buy a hot ticket upgrade as a standard camper to get in there. But it was getting really overcrowded, and the hot tickets were really, really popular.
Yeah.
So what they've done is they've taken the idea and created another area that's similar.
Yeah.
And it's actually at the other side of the festival as well, so it's by third stage.
Okay.
So it's really good. It's a nice break-up.
Makes sense to split the crowd.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. It has been, still has been quite busy in the guest area this year. I'm sure there's some feedback that's going back to Live Nation about the guest area, which I'm sure we don't need to go into.
Well, I have noticed fewer toilets.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the guest area.
I think there's the same number of toilets. I just think there's.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think there's just more.
I
People.
don't know, there's less ladies.
Oh, there's definitely less ladies. I know they've been cooing a long time.
Yeah, yeah. I did ask about the toilets when we met with Live Nation the other day, and they've got more than the minimum that they need for the people. They always do. Part of it's about placement, but part of it's also about placement not just for the people, but placement to get them emptied, restocked, water back in them, etc. Because I think there's one set in black, maybe, or blue, that's been closed off because they can't actually, because in the mud, they can't actually get the trucks up there.
Yeah.
So there's that aspect of it, and it's not something that people always take into account, that there's a reason that they'll put things where they put them. It's not to inconvenience people and to annoy them, as a lot of people seem to think. There's logic and reason behind it, but they learn every year from it. So.
Whilst we're talking about toilets, which is a lovely subject, it is advisable to bring your own bog roll, as I'm calling it, because even in RIP here, we've noticed that it's not been looked after quite to the extent that we would like.
This really gets my goat, this does, right? Because one of the big sellers of the RIP packages is the premium shitters. Now, there's nothing worse, right, when you wake up at 4... I'm sorry, Trish.
It's fine. I've camped for you for long enough at this point.
It's good. When you wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning and you're just like, oh, fuck, here we go, banging shit time. And you're not completely with it, and you think, well,
let's go and destroy a cubicle.
Let's go and destroy that mother, right? And you have to, it's one of these that you have to step off, right? And you get there, and there's nothing there, and they're dirty anyway. And you think, fuck me, you had to come back all the way to the tent, and now you're touching cloth, right? And you're walking like a penguin. Just to get your shit roll to go back. Now there's fucking no cubicles left because some of the fuckers have beat you to it.
Yeah.
Right? Last year they were really good. Last year the boggies were really good at cleaning, restocking, everything. This year they've been absolutely fucking shocking.
Yeah, I don't know whether part of that's they can't keep up.
I haven't seen any.
I have seen some.
I personally haven't done.
But I think security and the staff on site are struggling a little bit this year with the weather and the conditions, definitely. But yeah, I mean,
still struggling if my ass goes off and I'm waiting to the toilet.
And there's no way that you can walk with any dignity with a bog roll in your hand through a campsite.
Don't even try. Like, everybody else is in the same position as you are. Don't even try.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, for people coming for the first time, bog roll, hand wipes, hand gel, all of that kind of stuff. You can get really good just from like Superdrug and Boots and stuff, the little travel stuff, so it doesn't need to take up a lot of room, because that's something that I think particularly with standard camping, because there is a walk from car to tent to set up and everything, people will go, well, I don't need it. Well, you do need it, you just need to find a smaller version of it. So it's all about, again, it goes back to even the same with the arena bag. It's all about smart packing.
Yeah.
So use travel size. You're only here for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Use travel size stuff. The ladies bringing makeup, decant it into travel tubes and stuff like that, because it's great. Yeah, you want to bring your full makeup kit. I've got mine with me, but at the end of the day, you don't need all of it.
Yeah.
A bottle of foundation, you're not going to go through a full bottle of foundation in a weekend. We'd be worried if you did. Just decant some of it in, and then it's smaller, it's easier, it's lighter as well, because it's not glass, it's not heavy.
Yeah. And for people coming in, there are car parks.
Yes.
And there have been issues with traffic and car parks and knowing where to go and stuff like that. There is a new company dealing with the
Farm. So that's still part of the new production company. So Fab. I think for anyone coming for the first time, people are panicking an awful lot because they read the horror stories online, and people are always going to be quicker to talk about the negative than the positive. The majority of people have a very, very smooth entrance to the festival and smooth exit.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is to follow the directions that you are given.
Yeah.
There's a reason that Download will have signs in the places that they do. There is reasons that Download will say, go this route. You don't care if you come this other route every other year that you come. There's a reason they're asking you to go that way to that car park this year at that point.
It's all been worked out.
It has been. There's a full traffic management plan with the Highways Agency, with the police involved, with all the land... Oh, hang on, it's not some Trish proof anymore.
Your unspellable cup.
Yeah. It's, they've got all of that in place.
Yeah.
So let it work.
Yeah.
Because
It forms part of a big licence, like with the SAG as well. So Safety Advisory Group don't like what's happened.
No. And, it's something... There was a post on one of the Facebook groups this morning, right, of someone who'd managed to smuggle a flare into the arena.
Wow.
And it's like, guys, come on, like, you're only ruining this for you and others, right? Happy days, you've been able to set off a flare at your favourite band, but if licensing authority get a hold of that, health and safety get a hold of that, all that's going to happen is all your mates that are trying to smuggle in their booze the next day, the security checks are going to get harder because they're going to want to find them. Like, it's dangerous.
Yeah, very dangerous.
But it all plays part of the same thing. There's a reason that Download are telling you whether it's to do something, whether it's to go to the North Car Park, even though last year you camped in West. Or, only bring an A4 bag, please. Don't bring a flare. There's a reason for it.
I mean, you're making things easier for yourself as well, aren't you? Because, you may well have done things a certain way for a number of years that you've come, but Download changes. I mean, pretty much every year. There'll be a slight tweak to the layout. There might be a field that they can't use because a farmer wants to roll it to crop it. There might be a change in... a couple of years back we had the new bypass road that was built up that way, so everything had to shift. But people need to kind of just take on board that there's a reason that these things are being done the way they're being done. For anyone coming for the first time, the best thing that they can do is put the general postcode into their sat-nav for Donington. As soon as you see the first sign for Download, switch it off. Follow the signs. Don't follow your sat-nav, because your sat-nav doesn't know the routes that Download had planned for you. Just put a general... And I know that scares people because they want to know where they're going. They want to plan. Yeah. And I completely understand that. But the other side of it is, by just saying follow the signs, allows Download to change very quickly and pivot if something goes wrong. Yeah. Last year we had a number of accidents on the M1 and the A453. There was a problem in Melbourne, and they had to pivot very quickly. If they told you this is the exact route, this will take you here, this will take you there, 3 weeks early, and then a local authority decides to do roadworks, you're screwed. Yeah. Right? Just follow the signs on the day. It's the easiest and the best thing to do. It will get you to where you need to be. Yeah. And I think generally good advice is just have a look at the rules, what you can bring in, what you can't bring in. Don't try and work your way around the rules. They're there for a reason. We've had I don't know if it was last year, drones, people trying to come in with drones. Yep. Even people who weren't actual customers of Download trying to come in with fly drones over next to an airport. Wonderful idea. Yeah. So just have a look at what you can and can't bring in, and it will make your life easier. It will. There's this kind of big perception that Download is here to do you out of more money. They're here to just make money. That yes, they are. They're a business at the end of the day, but there are also reasons behind these rules. Even the new alcohol limit that's come in this year, that's to bring them in line with other festivals of a similar size that are doing similar things. So it's all about they are here to look after you. Yeah, and as we're joined now by a member of staff from... Hey, Jane. Hello. You all right? Hi. You can speak. It's all right. This is Jane, who works in the RIP hut and checks us all in and stuff, and it is so helpful on the information desk. Here every year. We couldn't do it without her. We couldn't do it without her. How many years have you been coming to this? 18. 18 years. Blimey. Yes. Wow. Trish, I know it's coming up to 12 o'clock and you turn into a
Yes.
pumpkin, don't you?
I do indeed.
Or the arena opens.
Yeah. My husband's desperate to see Code Orange. It's his only
Right.
band of the weekend,
Oh,
so I think if I
okay.
miss it,
Yeah.
he'll shout at me.
Well, thanks for joining us, Trish, anyway.
No problem. I will leave you guys to it.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, Trish.
Meanwhile, we can continue. Unless, Melly, are you interested in joining it? No, he's putting his hand up.
Kat,
no.
are you interested in coming on Festpod for 5 minutes?
Tell us about your weekend.
Oh, cool. Oh, and we have another guest come to join us now. Let's talk about the weekend. This is part of the Festpod posse here at Camp Boom Boom. We welcome Mr. Matthew Wilson to the mic.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Now, just for our listeners, you have a Scottish accent, but you don't live in Scotland.
No, I live in Lincoln. I moved down here about 4 years ago.
Okay. From Edinburgh.
From Edinburgh, yeah.
Yes, the lovely capital city of Scotland.
Yes,
So you are someone who comes most years, aren't you?
I am.
And so 2024, how's it been?
Wet, muddy. It's been fun, but the mud has put a bit of a dampener on it.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's all right to go on national radio and say, we love the mud and rain. But do we?
No, we do not.
I mean, in general, we do. General, we do. We might bitch and moan about it, but
Yeah.
I love the feeling of mud on
Do
my feet,
you?
on my feet and
Do you
stuff. It's
really?
soothing, yeah. I hate it at the time, but they feel so good afterwards. They feel so refreshed.
Yeah, no, I agree. That nice, smooth,
Yeah.
new skin feeling.
Yeah. That's why I'm barefoot. Well, I will be barefoot. I've got my socks on. So I can slip my trainers off and put them into the wet grass.
See, sun all day, all weekend for me. I can't bear the rain and the mud.
But I don't want the dust. I was begging for rain last year because it was too dusty.
Okay.
See, I loved it last year.
Get to my chest the dust though. You can't win, can you?
Yeah, that's true.
Brits, we just can't win.
Yeah, it was in my nose for like weeks.
Yeah.
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 So, who have you seen this weekend that's impressed you?
Busted.
You managed to get in to see Busted, did you?
Yeah, we've seen about half of them, and then we had to leave because it was just packed. It was.
You had to leave because you were physically pushed out, or?
Yeah, we were like sardines.
Wow.
Yeah. It was a bit weird putting such a. I know it's a metal festival, but such a big band on such a small stage.
Yeah, well, we've said this. We think it's a mistake to have them on the third.
Yeah.
They should have been up on second when Bad Omens pulled out, we think.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Who else have you seen?
That's a good question. I can't even think. Who did we see? We seen Fall Out Boy last night. They were really good.
I'm gonna say you were sat in front of me last night for Fall Out Boy. So
Yeah. Sat down the whole time.
Have you seen them before?
Yep, I'd seen them in 2014 when they sub-headlined to Linkin Park.
Wow.
Yeah.
So 10 years between you seeing two performances, and better, not worse. What do you reckon?
Again, I think the weather kind of played into it, but no, it was really good. Really, really, really good.
Did you hear all your favourites, the ones you wanted to hear?
Yeah, it was a bit weird. They put all the best songs on at the start.
yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, which is a bit of a weird one because then we left 20 minutes before the end.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I did think it was an interesting choice of how they laid out their set list.
Yeah.
It had, it was very odd, and I did notice there was a lot of people leaving because they'd heard their hits, and it wasn't. I appreciate what they did. They put on a damn good set list. I thought it was a bloody good show, to be fair.
It was brilliant.
And same with the Offspring before them. I thought they were bloody good as well.
Offspring have probably been my favourite, actually.
No, they were on point.
Yeah. They were just banger after banger.
Yeah, bloody fantastic set list again. So yeah, no, I good afternoon yesterday, to be fair.
Yeah.
Despite the weather, despite chairs getting broken and
Oh my God! Yeah, our two casualties of the arena mud yesterday. Our chairs.
yours suffered a fatal injury.
Fatally, yeah, it's dead now.
Mine's critical.
So that's why you've got mine today.
It is, yes. Thank you for letting me borrow your chair for this. So, who are you looking forward to today?
Limp Bizkit.
Yes, as is our Rich.
Yeah.
You got your red hat. Oh, there's your red hat.
I've took it off. My head was getting too warm.
Oh, okay.
Electric Callboy, they were my number one, but they pulled out yesterday.
Is this due to the Barclaycard thing?
No, illness.
Illness? Blimey, okay. They're dropping like flies this year, aren't they?
Yeah, I don't know how many. Yeah, Corey Taylor, I mean, it's still in the balance whether. Is he actually going to play?
Corey's here and he's sound checked.
Oh.
But Corey now clashes fully with Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, identical time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the fuck up, isn't it?
Yeah. Big.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do?
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit?
Yeah, we got some 41 beforehand. So that'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good afternoon today, actually. Main stage is a really good afternoon today.
What are you guys looking forward to?
I'm looking for. Do you know what? I'm literally going to haul main stage. I'm bowling for soup. Party time.
Oh yeah.
You know, Limp Bizkit, Sum 41, Avenged. I love Avenged as long as it's the old stuff. I'm not a fan of their new stuff.
Yeah, I did see their set list, so.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on what they've been playing lately, and I wasn't holding out much hope for what they're going to be playing today. So I've literally said to Steph, because Steph's never seen them before, and I've said, look, if it's looking like it's going to be one of those shit set lists, I don't mind leaving, and we can get a bit of a head start on the track. We're leaving tonight.
Yep.
Get a head start on the traffic. I said, okay. But I said, if it's looking like it's a greatest hits set, a proper UK festival set list, which it should be,
Yeah.
which is what they usually do in the UK, then I'm staying because I'm not missing it because it'd be a fucking great show. So I don't know. I'm hoping, I'm praying, because it's been a few years since I've seen them.
Yeah, I think we're packing up after. Well, we're packing up now, but I think that we are heading off after Limp Bizkit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's 80,000 people here potentially, and so to get the jump on, getting the car out in front of them all is probably a good idea.
Yeah. I know it was a 3-hour wait last night for the general car park.
Oh yeah, there was the massive queues, wasn't there? Do we know what's happened there?
Mud,
yeah. It was just purely ground
People
conditions.
couldn't get out.
Yeah.
Yep. People were just pulling out apparently, left, right, and centre. So there's no traffic management. Yeah.
Wow. Because I know Eamon was complaining about being stuck,
Oh yeah.
or at least having to wait, not necessarily being stuck.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. We don't know, do we?
No, he's not elaborating.
There was no context. We
No.
don't know whether he was stuck in the mud or stuck in traffic.
But he was stuck.
But he was stuck in some way.
Yeah.
Maybe both. Maybe he was the cause of all the quick chaos.
Wouldn't surprise me.
But I just go back to going tonight.
Yeah.
I used to hate leaving festivals early, right? I used to be, nope, I'm staying on Sunday night. Sunday night is the best night. Get rid of all the extra alcohol you've got. Get it on party night. And then cry Monday morning at the realisation that it's over.
Yeah,
I hate
having that
that.
big blowout.
Proper
Yeah.
festival blues afterwards.
Now,
Do you get that? Do you suffer from festival blues?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
already getting it now.
no, I can't even. I want to leave on the night that it ends. I want to go.
Yeah.
I just, it feels like extra effort to stay that last night, and I mean, Steph's in work at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. We've got no choice.
Oh wow.
But like, yeah, I don't want it. I want to go tonight. It's just like, I don't know whether that's to do with the weather this year more than anything. That's kind of clouded my judgment a little bit. How I'm playing.
As a Ryanair flies across, probably on its way to somewhere like Lanzarote. Are we guessing?
I mean, it's definitely going somewhere in that direction as it turns southwards over our heads. But yeah,
I've booked my camper van.
should we find out where it's going?
If you want. I've booked my camper van until Monday, so...
So your Lanzarote, what are you saying?
Berlin.
Berlin.
Might be warm over there.
Do you know what? I saw a weather map, and the only part of continental Europe that's having this kind of weather is us. The rest is having glorious sunshine and summertime. Of course.
Yep.
Because
Next weekend, it's meant to be glorious sunshine here.
is it really?
Yep, from tomorrow.
Of course it is.
Actually, yeah, it starts today. Starts warming up, and then the rest of the week sunny.
Oh no, it's just sod's law, isn't it? So yeah, I'm here overnight until Monday morning, and then packing up the tent. But I'm just glad for the sun today because my tent's going to dry out.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a garden to dry the bloody thing out, and it's still wet from all the gushes.
Gosh.
Gushes, you like that word, Rich?
Gosh.
It's been gushing down. Rich is now feverishly checking his phone.
I'm literally like, I'm on flight radar, right? And now's the time to get no bloody phone signal.
There's going to be a different plane in that part.
I know there'll be
yeah,
another one
I'll-
taking
I'll-
off soon.
Yeah.
No, I'll be following it. Don't worry. I'm just.
So,
Oh, there we go.
All right, he's ready now.
That's with Pisa.
Pisa.
Oh.
With the Leaning Tower.
If anybody cares, it's runner flight.
I don't think anyone cares. Rich.
FR 1708.
So you're off back up to Lincoln with your tent and all your gear. Is anything broken? Is anything sort of being left behind this weekend?
We currently have a bit of a puddle in our tent.
I hope it's rain.
Yeah.
Did Cat wet herself last night?
She might have. I think she's been quite quiet. That's why she's not had any input.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So I've got toilet roll soaking all that up at the moment, so it must be.
It's got to be. That's what it's for, right?
Yeah. You wouldn't use that on water.
But how's that water got in?
I've not got a clue.
Okay.
I think it's just been that heavy against the tent that it's just seeped through
Wow.
both layers. Yeah.
Seep.
It was gushing through the tent. And it's just a big pool.
Wow.
Yeah.
But so you're going home tonight though?
We're going home tonight, so yeah.
you haven't
it was
got to sleep in
perfect timing. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because it didn't stop raining last night, did it? Till about 5 o'clock.
Yep. Started at 12 o'clock, I think, and then that was it.
Oh, wow.
Because we bumped into each other. You were going to come sit outside, and then the rain just...
Yeah, put pay to that. I wasn't really out for sitting in the cold and rain.
Yeah.
It is quite windy though still today. If you're here at Download, this morning listening to this, then have a good day. Thank you for listening to us if you're here at Download, because we don't expect you to, because it's Download and that's what you've come for. But if you're not here at Download, I hope you've enjoyed these little updates of what's been going on. We will be at Bloodstock later this year for a blow-by-blow, day-by-day account. Don't raise your eyebrows at me like that when I say blow-by-blow. It's off-putting. So
You've got a dirty mind. That's why.
you've got a dirty mind.
I just innocently raised my eyebrows.
So we'll be at Bloodstock, so come and say hi if you see us there. We'll be interviewing... Who do you want to interview at Bloodstock? You've already got some names in mind, haven't you?
So I'm trying my damnedest to get Amon Amarth.
You want a man of Marth, don't you? You love them.
I'm trying my damnedest, and I'm doing everything I can to get the PR team to let me have access to at least one of them.
So it's going to be fun. It's going to be... we can only, fingers crossed, hope for some better weather at Bloodstock, because it can only be better than what we've had here.
I mean, and if not...
Can you imagine it if it pisses down at fucking Bloodstock?
Well, if the Viking gods want to rain down hell on Clapton Park, then we'll be all right, brother.
The road. It's only down the road, isn't it? And they've had the same weather as us this
It's about
weekend.
10 miles that way, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
But don't forget, Donington's got its own microclimate.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's probably 50 degrees sunshine down there.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
So, yeah, they'll be fine down there. They'll be fine. And if not, we'll have an Airbnb.
Yeah,
They won't
exactly.
be camping.
No. So thanks for listening to Festpod, the unofficial rock festival guide. Do all the usual things. Follow us on the socials. Subscribe to us on YouTube. And park your car outside Rich's house and spy on him nudie in the bath.
Thank you. And thanks to our guests, Trish Rayner and Matt Wilson today.
Thank you for having me.
That was me trying to be sensible at the end. And you're telling people to spy on me nudie in the bath.
I wasn't expecting that, Rich. I totally... Which is why I put that little silly bit in at the end, you think so?
See, I can't be professional.
Well, you've been on national radio while we've been here.
I'm a national treasure. Thanks, Kat.
I love the laughter in the background.
That's my manager.
Yeah. Okay, all right, so we're going to leave it there. No, that's not the right bed.
Fucked it.
We want the ending bed, Neil. There we are. So, Rich, what are you doing this evening? Is it Limp Bizkit and then home?
I'm going to have a wank, then I'll watch Limp Bizkit, then I'm going to watch Avenged Sevenfold, then I'll have another wank, then I'm going home.
Underneath your clothes or exposed?
Whatever.
Not fussy.
I mean, I'm just going to watch the band, to be honest with you, and then I'm going to go home.
Mally's talking to us.
He's going to sit on his left hand till he goes numb.
And then it feels like somebody else is doing it. Thanks for listening to us. We'll speak to you again soon. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
A Wilco Productions podcast.
Here we go, banging shit time.